Hi all, UK provides the world's best education with a number of famous universities. Most of you people choose UK to build your career. So here I am with the FAQs of UK student visa.
When should I make my student visa application?
The earliest time you can make your student visa application is 3 months before the start date of your course as stated in your CAS. If you submit your visa application earlier than this time, it will be refused by the UK Home Office. If you leave your application too late, you could miss your start date. You should therefore prepare all the necessary documents so that you can make your visa application as soon as you are eligible.
How much money will I need to show for a successful student visa application?
As part of the student visa application process, you will be required to score 10 points of your maintenance funds. You must be able to demonstrate that you have to access to enough money to pay your tuition fees for the first year of your studies plus an amount of cover your living cost. This is what is generally referred to as the maintenance test. The amount to cover your living cost is fixed by the UK immigration rules. For students studying at the universities of Chester, it is fixed at £9,135. The amount you will be need to demonstrate show the pass the maintenance test depends on the length of your program. The amount you need to show can either be demonstrated in the UK pound sterling or any recognized world currency. If you are using a currency other than GBP, you must convert the amount into GBP and write the equivalent amount of your application.
How do I know how much money I will have to show the UK Home Office for my tuition fees?
Your CAS will state your tuition fees for the first year of your course. If your course is 12 months or less, your CAS will state the total tuition fees for the course. You must show the UK Home Office that you have enough money to pay all the tuition fees as stated on your CAS letter plus your living cost for a successful visa application. If you have already paid a tuition fees deposit, the amount that you have paid will be stated on your CAS. You can deduct this from the total amount you need to show the pass the maintenance test. You will therefore need to show the UK Home Office that you have the balance of your tuition fees plus £9,135. You must ensure that your CAS shows all payments you have made to the university towards your fees or accommodation.
If I make payments towards accommodation, will this be taken into consideration?
If you have made a payment of your university accommodation before making your visa application, you can use some of the money as evidence that you meet the financial living cost requirement. You can show university accommodation payments up to maximum of £1,265 as evidence of your maintenance, and this will be deducted from your living cost. Even if you have paid more than £1,265 towards your accommodation, the UK Home Office will only deduct £1,265 from your living cost, and you will have to show £7,870 towards your living cost.
If I pay all my tuition fees before my CAS is issued, will this result in a more successful visa application?
A prepayment of all tuition fees does not guarantee a successful visa application. It only reduces the amount you have to show to pass the maintenance test. Your visa application will be decided on all evidence you provide. There are various categories of visa offered by the UK. Based on the specific category of visa, the consular officer may ask specific questions. The visa interview allows the officer to assess the application while verifying the documents or details provided by the applicant. If you have already scheduled your interview, you already know where you need to be at what time of the visa interview. Some of the common questions asked during the visa interview is, if the visa officer asks, why do you want to study in the UK? You may answer that the UK institutions consistently rank among the best in the world and qualifications are internationally valued and recognized. UK institutions offer the flexibility of choice and enable you to blend academic and vocational courses of your choice. The teaching and study methodology used in the UK give you the freedom to be creative and develop skill sets and confidence. As a student, you get the opportunity to be taught by the world's leading academic and expert. You also benefit from their constant academic support. Then, if the officer asks, why did you choose to study this course? Here, you should demonstrate that you know about the course you have applied for, referencing specific modules of interest, what they involve, and why they of benefit to you. Think about any unique features of the course. For example, links to industry or professional accreditations, and explain how the course will benefit you personally. For example, how it will be related to your previous study and what it will help you achieve for your future career plans. Please note in this question, student should be aware of all the modules he is going to study in the particular course. If a question comes like, why did you choose to study at the particular university? You should be able to list multiple positive factors that apply specifically to this university, such as academic quality, teaching facilities, a recommendation from friends, etc. You should be able to explain what research you have undertaken and give details about the university's facilities and location in the UK. If the interviewer thinks you have not researched the course or the university, they will refuse your visa application. If a question about your consideration to study other courses or choosing other universities either in the UK or overseas comes, you may please mention that studying overseas is a big step. You should be able to demonstrate that you have made a serious and informed choice about this step. List the institutions considered and say why you choose this university above other institutions. If you have looked at the course at home, you should state this. You explained why the equivalent degree in the UK will be of more benefit to you. If he is asking about the last course you successfully completed and when did you complete this, your answer must be consistent with the information you have previously supplied on your application form. If anything is missing from your application form, please tell us as soon as possible. The visa officer may ask about your previous study history and how will this particular course assist you in your future plans. You should explain how the course you applied for follows on from your previous study. You should explain your future career plans. Example, what job you want to get and show that the course they want to study is necessary to achieve this. You should explain the value of the qualification to an employer as well as how the skills and knowledge you will gain from the course will help you succeed in your plans. Pointing about your location accommodation, a question can be asked like, where is university located and where will we live in the UK? In this case, you should be able to say where the city is geographically in the UK. You should say what kind of accommodation you will be staying in. For example, which halls of residence. It is important you know where your accommodation is in relation to the university and the cost of rent per week. He can ask like, how will you travel to the university each day and how much will this cost? You should say how far from the university the accommodation is and how much it will cost to get there each day. If it is within walking distance, the cost will be free. If further afield, then you should be able to give some realistic estimates of public transport cost. One among the main question is like, how did you acquire the necessary funds to meet the course fees and living cost? Here, your financial situation will be expected to mean that you do not need to be reliant upon work to fund your studies in the UK. The source of your income should be realistic. For example, if your father is to pay your fees or support your living costs but has salary of £20,000 and two other dependents to finance, then this may be deemed to be unrealistic. You must be able to submit evidence of the source of your finance as part of the visa application. If the interviewer feels the money you are saying you are going to use is not realistically available, they will refuse your visa application, even if you have been awarded the 10 points of your maintenance. Now, you should list previous visit and purpose of visit. If the officer asks, have you ever applied for a visa to visit another country or a visa to enter another country? He can also ask about the countries have you visited and the purpose of your visit. For this question, you should give full answers and ensure that they are consistent with your employment and study history. Visa refusal are quite common. If the visa officer questions you that, have you ever had a visa application refused? If so, why was it refused? Having had a visa refused previously may count against you, but it doesn't automatically mean this visa application will be refused. It's important that you tell the interviewer about any refusal you have had and explain the reasons for the refusal. You need to demonstrate that you understand the reason for the refusal and explain why this will not happen with this visa application. Next question may be like, have you ever been deported from the UK or stayed in the UK after your visa has expired? You should have clear and logical reasons for studying in the UK. Here you should explain why coming to the UK to study this course is a better option than studying in a similar course in another English speaking country or your home country. You are responsible to answer a question which comes like, what facilities are available at the university? You have to mention the general facilities that are interest to you, such as syndicate rooms in library as well as facilities specific to the course that you are applying for. If another questions like, where university is located and how many students attend a year, you need to show genuine independent research has been undertaken and be able to describe where university is located. You can find this information on this university website. You should be able to name at least 2 modules and give details about the module consist with the website. You should have subject knowledge, that means you can talk about what each module. If he is asking about 2 or 3 specific modules from the course you have chosen, you should be able to say whether the course is a combination of exams, course, work or learning consist with the website. If he is asking how is the course assessed and how many hours of a study a day. If he asks how does the course relate to your previous study. Here you need to explain about the course you have applied for and that it is a progression from what you have studied previously. How it will be enhance your previous study in terms of content and level. About your future career plans. You should have a clear plan for once you have finished your course. In terms of career plans or further study, the plan should be relevant to the course, realistic, and the proposed course should be necessary step to achieve your aim. That is, you could not get the job you want to without studying the course first. About the duration of your course and qualification you receive. You should be able to explain the length of the course in years and the qualification you will gain at the end of it. You are answerable to the question about your education or employment history and you are returning to the study now. In such a situation, if you are having a break in the study, you need to explain about your return to education now and what the break in your study was for. For example, is the course you intend to study a requirement for you to reach the next stage in your career? Did you take a break in your study to earn money to pay for the course? If so, is this evidenced in your financial documents? You should know the exact cost of your tuition fees per year if asked about the same. One of the frequently asked question is, how will you pay for your studies? You should have a sustainable and credible source of finance that is sufficient for the student not to rely on work. You must provide evidence of this when applying of your visa. Questions like, if father or parents paying for study, what job do they do and what much do they earn a year? In this case, the amount must realistically be enough to support you and meet any other commitments during your studies. If it is not realistic, your application will be refused. You should have some knowledge of the cost of living and an ability to meet the cost of living without relying on work in order to answer the question of the visa officer about the same. Now, if he is asking, if you intend to work in the UK, do you know how much hours you are allowed to work? You should know the rules on working 20 hours a week term time for degree level or about 10 hours per week for below degree level. But be clear that work is not a priority for you. If you have no plans to work part-time, you should make this clear. The final question may be like, do you have any other personal commitments that would make studying in the UK difficult, such as family at home? If you are coming to the UK to studying while having commitments such as family back homes of whom you are the main provider, you will need to explain how you will remain focused on your studies and not over-reliant on work in the UK to meet your commitments at home. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video is informative. See you with another FAQ.